Was I driving more than 5 miles per hour under the speed limit, or less than 5 miles per hour under the speed limit? Suppose I am driving 38 miles per hour in a 45 zone. This, of course, is 7 miles per hour under the speed limit. Of course, I am driving this slowly because the road is wet, and safe driving habits suggest that when the road is wet, one should consider the safe speed limit to be 5 miles per hour less than the posted limit. For this situation, which is correct? I am driving more than 5 miles per hour under the posted speed limit. I am driving less than 5 miles per hour under the posted speed limit. To support the first case, my speed discrepancy from the posted limit is more than 5 miles per hour. To support the second case, my total speed was less than 45 less 5 equals 40. Edit, as many pointed out, there are certainly ways to assemble a phrase to remove any ambiguity. But that's not really the point of why I asked. My reason for asking is twofold. The scenario came to mind when I was driving after a recent snowfall. I was minding my speed, but thought about accident situations. I wondered what would happen if I got in an accident and told the officer, "Officer, I was driving more than 5 miles per hour under the speed limit. Would that indicate careful or safe driving?" Could that phraseology be used against me? Would the insurance company clamp down on that usage of a phrase to deny a claim? More generally, how do comparisons work? There are, at least, two comparisons in either construction, under the posted speed limit, which unambiguously means slower than the legal limit, and more or less than 5 miles per hour. However, in this case, 5 miles per hour isn't a speed at all, it is a discrepancy. One cannot drive at a speed discrepancy. In fact, the only reason the quantity, 5 miles per hour, has units at all is because of the mathematical property that units be additively consistent, i.e. you cannot add 5 miles per hour to 17 bananas. Restructuring the phrase to use a dimensionless quantity also removes ambiguity. I was driving slower than 89% of the speed limit. So my question could really be more abstractly framed as, when relatively comparing something to another comparison, does the relational arrow point in the direction of the innermost comparison? Other examples. It is less than 5 degrees below freezing, 29 degrees, or 23 degrees, I am more than 5 pounds below my target weight of 180 pounds, 177 pounds, or 172 pounds,
You were driving more than 5 miles per hour under the speed limit. To get there, you subtracted your speed from the limit, giving you 7 miles per hour under. This is more than 5, so there you go.
If this were programming, parentheses would help to disambiguate. I am driving more than 5 miles per hour under the posted speed limit. I am driving more than 5 miles per hour under the posted speed limit. Thus the same sentence can be parsed such that it means both what you're intending and the opposite. Same goes for the second phrasing, with the same grouping logic. That being said, English is not programming. Your first statement, more than 5 miles per hour under, sounds more intuitively appropriate for the meaning that you're trying to convey. You could also try to avoid more than or less than entirely in favor of a disambiguating word choice. I am driving slower than 5 miles per hour under the posted speed limit.
I think the other answers have missed a key factor in how this would be interpreted. And that's that it's a lot more common to be talking about your speed in relation to the national speed limit than to be talking about your speed in relation to 5 miles per hour less than the speed limit. In other words, it is unusual to say that your speed was less than national limit, 5, whereas it's fairly common to quantify how much less than the national speed limit you were. So I think that I was driving more than 5 miles per hour under the posted speed limit is very clear that you mean that's how much you were under the limit by. In fact, it took me a little while to find your other meaning at all. Edit, David Richerby makes another excellent point. If you were indeed saying that your speed was less than national limit, 5, you would say, I was driving at less than national limit, 5. Not, I was driving less than national limit, 5. Further evidence for the ambiguity being negligible in this instance. Do read his answer.
While one of the two could be considered correct, I would say the first one. There is, as you observe, a potential for misunderstanding. You can remove that by slightly permuting the first phrase. I was driving under the posted speed limit by more than 5 miles per hour. This also has the advantage of first stating the main point, your speed was under the posted limit, and then quantifying that statement by an estimate of how much you remained below the limit, rather than starting with a quantification for a statement that has not yet been made.
비와스 어떠시나? 패신저를 하기에 좀